Oh my gosh, wait till you see our tour today. Mike's dressed up in a leisure suit on a bet. I think he thinks the 70s are back. But beyond that, we're going to go ahead and go on over what is going to be on tour this week here in Willow Glen. So we're going to talk about all the brand new properties that just hit the market. We'll go into the local statistics and let you know what's going on with that. And then finally, we'll go ahead and toss it on over to Monica, who will interview the crowd and talk about what's not yet on that computer. So if there's not something out there that you like right now, hopefully it's coming up soon. You can learn all about it. So watch, subscribe, and have a great day.
All right. So everybody find a seat, find somebody you want to sit by, get some food. All I can say is all of you are out of style. So let's get back down to the business of why we're actually here. If we look at our numbers, it's happening. Our count is going up, our sales are going down, and this is the stuff that our sellers and buyers need to know, because the Mercury News is what, 6 weeks behind? But we're current, we understand the market. We actually see where the market's going based on the conversations we have amongst ourselves and coming to these meetings. So with that, 13 sales, 86. When's the last time we had 86? November, October of last year? So our numbers are going up, so keep that in mind. Cherry Glen, $1,007,000. You guys remember that one? Constitution, $1,002,000. El Abra, $1,125,000. Bachman, Cherry Grove, New Jersey. Houston is highlighted, 45 days. I'm going to assume that's the highest days on the market. Right. So with that, 45 days, a month and a half. Wow. That signed you to determine my report, right, John? All right. Willowhurst, Minnesota. Spencer. Rochelle, Jerome, and Comstock. I actually helped Spencer open last weekend, walked up, what was on the mailbox? A little envelope with a bunch of QR codes on there from the guy who's saying, hey, call me if you want to buy this house.
I hate that guy.
Well, so does a lot of people, and what's happening is the board and everybody else is actively going after this guy. So that's one of those things, we've all seen it come through our industry, it pops up, and when we had the DA in here, remember what the DA said? Because you guys know about it long before we do. You know, you guys all knew about Sukasa, I said it, long before the DA got wind of them. So what happens is when we see this stuff, we need to be proactive and report it to our boards, to our managers, to our associations, whatever, to let them know what's going on, because we're the first ones to see it. Bam, I walked up at the open house, saw it, said, okay, that's wrong. So that's what we need to do. So with that, if you have something on tour, could you come along the bar over here and line up so we can get you in order?
I have 1691 Houston. It is a custom 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath on 1984 square feet. So it's large, beautiful, nice floor plan, and it's a corner lot, 9432 square foot lot. Dual wood burning fireplaces. There's some new flooring in the bedrooms and hall, centrally air conditioned. The best part of this house, I think, is the backyard. Great party house. A beautiful sparkly pool, large patio, and playing area for kids if you have kids. So come and see it, and we have it listed for $799, $950.
Okay, you see it on your list there on Coastland. Everything you see in the MLS is accurate. Everything you see in the MLS is accurate. It's a beautiful home, remodeled kitchen, $18,000 remodel on the bathroom in the last year. Great starter home, getting good interest already. Thanks for getting the opening on tour this week. I appreciate it. One thing not on there, when we go on tour, please wait 30 seconds or so outside while I get in. There's 2 beautiful, playful dogs that are in the garage, and I want to put them in the backyard. Make sure they don't jump all over your nice clothes. So $749, $950. Open this weekend both days. It's a good time to show it. Thank you.
So, good morning. I was probably the first victim of this QR code scam. If you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. And it's not an accident, and he'll leave you a voicemail and apologize. Oh, it was simply an accident. But actually on the back, he has your address of your property. So he's making these, he's dropping them off. I'm a retired sergeant from Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office, so I'm not afraid of the confrontation. So I set him up on a sting, invited him out with a fake buyer, and confronted him face to face. He didn't like that, so he sent me an email and demanded that I pay for an hour and a half of his time that he took off of his job. So in the email, he actually admitted he did it. And he said he didn't know about the Realtor Code of Ethics, even though he violated Article 16-9. And I explained that to him, along with 602 of the Penal Code, by trespassing on the property and my seller's Fourth Amendment right to privacy. So, we had good conversation. The funnier thing is, 1286 Lennon is a listing by my cousin Don Knight with a Lampanel, and I said, oh, by the way, the one that's on his sign, you're getting turned in for that one too, because we found that one. He has since taken it down, Donald has. Last Saturday, he went to the open house, it was back. He took it down again, it went back. Donald called him and said, what is wrong with you? And he called him and said, oh, that's an accident. I don't mean for those to keep showing up on your signs. So just because you've taken it down doesn't mean it's not coming back, people. Check your signs.
And wait a minute, and show what's on the back. He's well enough organized. The addresses are written on the back side of these things. How does he have time to sell real estate? He's putting these damn things up all day.
Here's the thing. He has a quote. His letter to me was ironic. I am a seasoned realtor. I said, yeah, I know, you got your license in 2008, February. So you should be aware of the Realtor Code of Ethics, and your license is valid until February 20th of 2016. So therefore, you really should know. He said, well, you should email them to me so I can check them out. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Welcome, Deborah. We like you. Now, come on, let's go.
He has another job. That's why he wants me to compensate him because he left early. His name, you go to manestate.com. It's Michael.
Yeah, it's not mine.
M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Michael Lehrman. That's his name. Anyways, I have other words to talk about him.
All right, it's a half-hour show. Let's move.
538 Brooks Avenue. 538 Brooks Avenue is a brand new rebuild. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, old-style craftsman home. They raised the house up completely, foundation up, 6-foot deep foundation. It is now a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, full 4-bathroom house. 2 master suites, one on the ground floor, one on the upstairs.
Upstairs?
Upstairs.
We know where you're going.
Yeah. It is 2449 square feet and 5,120 on the lot. It's beautiful. It's completely redone. Granite countertops, appliances, travertine on the floors, hardwood. You gotta come by and check it out.
Your name and number.
Deborah Johnson, Saratoga. Call back 408-497-3900.
Butt kicking real estate. Go get him, girl.
Hi guys. Anyway, Glendale, you're going to see it. It's a great house. It's a block from the park. Superb location. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Come and see it. You'll see it on tour. It's a great house.
Thank you, Miss Monica. Nick Testa, how are you?
Hi, I'm Nick Testa with the Serena Group. I have a house today, 1018 Glenbrook. It's a great little house. It's 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath for $799. Has a really nice backyard. Close to the park, close to downtown. Thank you.
All right, Nick. And number 9 has been pulled from tour, so do not go to Westwood. We won't be looking at that today. So Dave's quote on the wall is, if you wait until there's another case study in your industry, you will be too late. So with that intro, Dave, what do you got for us?
All right, so we got some stats, but Mike said he had some appointments later today, so before I brought up the stats, I thought that I'd give him some vocabulary to match his outfit. So these are the top catchphrases from the 70s. Dynamite! Good times. Up your nose with a rubber hose from Welcome Back Kotter. What you talking about, Willis? Different strokes. Sit on it. Happy days. You big dummy. From Sanford and Son. Book 'em, Dano. From Hawaii 5-0. De-plane! From Fantasy Island. Good night, John Boy. From the Waltons. Who loves you, baby? From Kojak. And kiss my grits. All right, so let's go on to our stats.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, so the average of what went pending for the week. So as we look at things, our numbers are a little bit light compared to 2012. So we're at 892 for the week, 892,958 to be exact. And then in 2012 we were at 911, but this is the exact reason why that we averaged the last 12 weeks, because you will see on the 12-week average we are a little bit ahead of pace of 2012 when we're at 951. In fact, that
percentage, when you figure that out, is about 11%. And that number, in case you guys are curious, has been dropping a little bit. So as 2012 numbers were starting to increase, our 2013 pace is slowed a little bit, and we kind of see that starting to happen throughout the county. So in regards to prices, as more inventory comes on. Now, when we talk about units, when we look at 2013, it compares more to 2011 than it does to 12, and so that's why I bring those on there. So we had 13 that went pending this week, 16 back in 2011, and 19 back in 2012. So we had a much faster pace in 2012 with more inventory, so maybe that's the key indicator is that we do need more inventory in order to make this happen. You'll see that our 12-week average is at 17 days in 2013, and that number keeps dropping. We were at 22 when we were at 2012 and 17 back in 2011. Now, as we move away from that, we'll talk about the count. We all saw it on the front page, right? So 186 back in 2011, 88 last year, and 86 this year. So we're touching, guys. We're only a couple units away from where we were in 2012, and we've been increasing in 2013. Our 12-week average is reflective of that. You can see that we're a little bit behind pace of where we were in 2012 at 71 for an average count. Back in 12 we were at 76, so in 2013 we're at 71. All right, days on market. So this is the really good news is that we had low inventory for basically the last 12 to 17, 18 months or so. You're seeing that the days on market continues to shrink. I mean, you saw on that front page there was only one of them that was over 35 days at 45 days on market, or about a month and a half. So when you average all those up, it's 18 days on market for this week. And when we look at the 12-week average, it's at 27 compared to last year when it was at 39. So I always like to keep you guys well-rounded and talk about stuff outside of Willow Glen, just in case you have people who want to buy real estate elsewhere. And when we look at the numbers there, that's where you're really going to see the increase in inventory, and so that it'll make you aware when you're selling real estate in other places. We're at 1844 for a count in 2013, or this past week, and we were at 1446 last year. So we have an increase in inventory of almost 400 units at 398. That's about it's up 89 for the week in regards to that. We jumped up a lot after the 4th of July week when we jumped up a couple hundred, 89 in the last 7 days though. Our pendings are shrinking a little bit, so we're starting to see a little push there, right? So we are gaining inventory and we're shrinking on pendings. Our pendings are at 1971. And that's down 54 units for the week. So we added on 89 properties and took away 54. So as you can see, the percentage as they're going to come on up. I'm comparing 2012 to 2013. My favorite stat, because it's easiest to remember, we're just over 50%, guys. So 50% of single-family homes in areas 1 through 23 are available for sale. It used to be that last year when you were driving down the street and you saw a for sale sign, only a third of the time you could put an offer on that property, because 66% of the time it was already in contract. This year you've got a 50-50 chance. So when we look at the PUDs, they're a little bit ahead of pace of single families, but dropping as well. We're at 55.7, and compared to last year, they were at 79.4. So that was last year this week, kind of thing. So you can see how the percentage of available inventory is dropping, making more homes available for buyers. So it's great for those buyers agents and the people working with buyers and all the lenders in the room. So if you're listing stuff, you got to make sure it's priced right. I do have some additional information I don't usually show, but I found some stuff online. And what this chart is showing is it's showing the first 6 months of the year, and you can see how that line's starting to change a little bit, guys, right? As inventory is growing. And what this chart represents for the people in the back is the 5 host counties that MLS listings does, which is Monterey, San Benito, San Mateo, Santa Clara, and Santa Cruz counties. And that shows the median sales price of all those areas combined. And this is single family only, so it strips out the condos and PUDs. So we're at 762 when you average all those, or excuse me, the median price for all those areas. But as you can start to see, that line is flattening to slightly going down a little bit. So be careful on your pricing. To highlight that a little bit further, I brought up the breakdown of where it is. And again, this is single family only. These are June closed sales versus 12 versus 13. And in the blue line is Santa Clara County's numbers. And the days on market for the whole county, now this is geographical county, not just 1 through 23, is 25 days on market and 39 last year, so 36% drop on days on market. So things are still selling very quickly, but as you start to see the pace is starting to slow down a little bit. I'll bring up those numbers there so you can see that we're 811 for single family homes median price in 2013 versus 2012 we're at 695. So that's a 17% gain, and everybody says, oh, that's great, but if you go back a couple months ago, it was in the very high 20s to the low 30s in regards to that gain year over year. So we're starting to not quite flatten out, but I'll take 17% any day, but it's just obviously to be aware of because it is slowing down just a little bit. When we bring up the Class 2 properties, we're going to look at the same thing. We're going to see that we're 20 days on market on average and 49 last year. And then when we go ahead and bring on up the price point for that, so we were 385 last year and 490 this year, or a 27% increase. So hopefully you guys like this information and you want to share it with clients, and I'll do my best to get it on Facebook as fast as possible. I know that Chuck, I saw him yesterday, he had an appointment later today, so when are you going to put it on Facebook? And I told him, well, I have to do my regular job and then my volunteer job kicks in. But I did get him some raw stats so that he got that last night. And if you guys ever need those raw stats, let me know. I'll get this posted up on Facebook just as soon as I can. And you can always email me too if you want the raw or anything else. So thanks for your attention. I'm going to turn it over to Monica.
Thank you, David. Those are great stats. Okay, well, I've been gone for a week now. It's going to be fun to see who has something new. Let's stick to Willow Glen for time purposes. Anybody over here?
All right. Okay, so we have 3 new listings coming on in Willow Glen starting today through the next week at a variety of price points. So the first is going to be at the Carriage House Complex, a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse for $499. It's really going to be nice. We redid the floors, repaint. It has a 1-car garage. If you're not familiar with that complex, there's about 12 units in there. So that's coming on MLS today. It'll be open this weekend. 1710 patio is finally coming on the market. I'm sorry I couldn't get all of the people that wanted to get in there early, but it's a 12,600 square foot lot. It's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath house, and it's listed at $1,010,000. And then we have listed 1853 Bookson Avenue. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. It's been on the market sporadically the last few years. It's a 4-bedroom, possibly 5 bedrooms if you need it, 3.5 baths, 4,600 square feet, a 16,250 square foot lot, and it's listed at $3 million. It's right there between Peregrino and Dry Creek. That will be coming on today or tomorrow as well. So if you need any more information, I'm Marianne Brown, Coldwell Banker, 655-4593. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Trevor Clark with Caldwell Banker on Willow Street. Got a beautiful listing coming up in the Lincoln Village complex there. Nice, beautiful 3-2, fully remodeled bathrooms, both master and hall bath. Living room, vaulted ceilings with recessed lighting, just a beautiful place. Everything's pretty much new. We got you a nice alarm system that you can arm and disarm from your iPhone or your whatever mobile device that you have. Coming on at $679, and we'll be on Tuesday. So come and see us. 408-655-1265. That's true. And from one pimp to the next, I'm like it.
I got Barry White with me.
Anybody else with a new listing in Willow Glen?
Okay, Scott Fleming with American Financial Network. I'm actually a loan officer, but I'm a licensed realtor as well, or licensed broker, sorry, not a realtor. I am selling my own house and leaving the state, so I'll miss all of you. But it's an opportunity. So I'm making my house available next week. I'm pricing it at market. I've got flyers over there for coming soon. I don't really know what to price it at. The home 2 doors down listed at $739 and sold in I think 4 days with multiple offers. So it's probably going to price somewhere in that area. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. 1,005 square feet, just under 6,100 square foot lot, not a corner lot. It was upgraded, but probably 10 years ago, so it's still nice, it's just not brand new.
What's your name?
2059 Jonathan Avenue. And I don't know if I can be on tour next week, but after tour I'll be serving lunch for anybody who wants to come by. 408-599-0806. I'm going to Mississippi.
So you asked about putting on tour for next week. We're already full for next week. We are taking reservations for the 8th. So the 1st is already full. But you can do lunch after the tour.
Brian Kieran with Willow Baker. I have coming soon 1518 Marcia Avenue between Cherry and Plummer. It's a little 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-car garage. It's a little over 1,100 square feet, but it does have a permitted second living space. Just can't take you seriously looking like that, man. You kind of look like my dad.
So yeah, I look like a few people's
But
dad.
my dad's been dead for 20 years.
That's even worse. I look like his dad right now.
So Brian Kieran, Willow Baker, 408-506-4017, priced at $699.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie and I work at Real Scout, and we just closed our 3rd round of funding and we're in the real estate space, so we just want to throw a party and invite everyone. Here's the flyer, they're at the front, and if you use the promo code FRIENDS, just go to realscout.com/barbecue. Thanks.
What's the cost?
The cost, it's $5. But there's beer, barbecue, music, dancing, face painting.
You know, the parties are back. Remember when they disappeared for all those years? Now they're back, so we're coming. When is it?
Oh, it's August 14th.
August 14th. We'll announce it again next week. All right, Dave Campagna, you got anything?
I got a couple quick things. Last week I threw up on the big screen this rate chart. I did bring some. I don't know if we ran out or not because I know I didn't make that many of them, so if you need one still, let me know. It shows the historic rates for the last 30 years. Secondarily, talking about parties, on August the 1st, which is 1 week from today, at 5 o'clock, there will be the kickoff barbecue for the Make-A-Wish tournament. It is being held over at CSR this year. Tickets are $25. We're making it family friendly, so 12 and under are free. We've got this huge semi-truck that's rolling in. It's got video games in it, so they can go play video games. They only can be in there for a certain amount of time, so we went ahead and got face painters and clowns and balloons and cotton candy and popcorn and stuff. So while they hang out, while the adults are drinking beer and wine and listening to Rusty do music, right? Everybody remembers Rusty. You'll be back in town to do that. And we've got a live band as well. And we're going to have some people out from Make-A-Wish. There's about 350 tickets already sold. There's probably going to be about 400 to 450 people there. If you need a ticket, come see me after the meeting. Carrie has something?
All right, so for some reason, when he said the Make-A-Wish barbecue and kid-friendly, the hairs on the back of my neck went up. Because I don't even know if it's adult-friendly. Have you been to some of these? This is going to be a lot of fun. This will be different. Is there a locking door on that video game truck? All right, kids, you turn your eyes, cover your ears, because this is that moment. All right, so I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Chris for sponsoring or challenging me to do this. Larry's got something obviously he wants to say.
Yes. So once again, it is a time tomorrow at the Sonoma Chicken Coop upstairs. There is a free food like every Friday at the end of the month. And tomorrow I'm having a special lawyer come in. Now, what he wants to talk about is a bankruptcy. That's probably what he likes to talk about. But I'm going to cut that short and say, I need you to tell me about what kind of legal little traps you have seen real estate agents minding their own business and doing what they thought was a good job. All of a sudden, they're sitting in front of Mr. Judge explaining, what the heck did I do wrong? That's what I'm going to have him bring up. So I think that would be a good thing to get to tomorrow. 8:30 to 9:30, Sonoma Chicken Coop upstairs.
All right, Larry, thank you. Go support him. It's a good cause, good reason to go and see some people and get some information. Any last little things that have to be said quickly? All right, so there's still some food over there. Grab something, find a friend, and we're going to see you at the first house. Thank you.